Okay, sketching lines with one intercept, or these are basically vertical or horizontal lines. For question A here, you can see we've got y equals 3. Basically what that means is we've got a y-intercept at 3, and the line is a horizontal line, usually straight, unlike mine there, straight across the page at 3. So every value for y is 3, and that's basically all you need to do. And this point, of course, would be 0, 3. We like to label intercepts where we can. Same thing with x equals -4. We find -4 on the x-axis. Well, that's a pretty good line. So there's the graph of x equals -4. Labeling the intercept, very important. We might even get something like this. So y equals 3x. We can find the y-intercepts by subbing in x equals 0. And you can see pretty quickly that when x equals 0 here, y equals 0. So our first intercept is 0, 0, or the origin, right in the middle. We don't have another intercept, but we can sub in a different point. Because these are linear equations, like we looked at last lesson on graphing straight lines with, not last lesson, the one before, when we were writing in this table, we can sub in different x values, and it will give us different y values, meaning that we can sketch it relatively simply. So if we try when x is 1, y equals 3. Oops, not 0. So 1 and 3. Our x value was 1, and our y value was 3, which would be there. And then we can sketch our line connecting those 2 points. Key thing about linear equations, you only need 2 points on any of these questions to be able to sketch them. Let's have another go with this. So again, straight away, we can see that the y-intercept is going to be 0, 0. Because we don't have a plus c value, our y and x-intercept will be at 0, 0. So again, let's try with x equals 1. Which gives us -4. So when x equals 1, y is -4. So let's have a look at that. It's a pretty steep graph as well. And of course, we want to label all of our intercepts here, and even our secondary point, just to make sure that we're doing all the things correctly. So the key is to be able to find 2 points for any of these functions, and you can basically sub in any x value that you like, which will give you another y value, and you can then use that to plot your 2 points on your linear equation. Generally we use an intercept, or if there's a c value, which is that thing at the end over there. We'll get into that more when we're finding the gradient of functions next lesson. You might even get some questions like this. So find the equation of the straight line which is parallel to the x-axis, meaning that it is horizontal and passes through the point 1, 3. And we're going to use our y value there. So that would just be y equals 3. Parallel to the y-axis is a vertical line. And that's going to be going through at the x value, which is 5. So x equals 5. C here is a parallel to the y-axis. Again, we're going to have x equals -2 using our x value, and parallel to the x-axis and passes through the point 0, 0, horizontal line, and it's going to be y equals 0 as it's going through 0, 0. So 2 key things for any of those questions. You're talking about which line it's parallel to. So when we're saying parallel, if we've got our x-axis here, it's has the same gradient, it's running in the same direction So it's either, in this case, vertical or horizontal. And then whether you're using your X or Y value. So very important that you're just careful with those.